Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. Happy 2023. I honestly can't believe how quick 2022 has gone by. Like for me, it's been such a speedy year, and I'm sure it's like that for some of you guys as well. So by the title of today's video, I'm going to be diving into a little bit of like planning. I've already started doing this, but an idea came to me to show you guys how I do this, how I plan for like previous year, this year. I know on the internet there's a lot of people showing you how to do this via Notion. I don't use Notion. I do have a Notion account, but I find that it takes a lot of thinking as to how to make it look nice rather than you focusing on like your actual goal if you're not someone who is like savvy with the whole Notion thing. So this one is a little bit simpler. So if you're not that savvy with like the whole Notion thing and you just want to plan your goals and not think about making it like all cute and whatever, but you also just want to have them there, I'm going to show you how I do it. But before I start, it's only right that I just go into my journal that I have here and do a little bit of reflection on 2022. So when I do plan, I do have like a journal which I do write like my goals, and I have like a vision board in here as well, which I'll show you guys. And I do like brain dumps and manifestation and everything in this one. And then I do have like another book here which I put like my content stuff in. So anything that having to do with like YouTube, if I have any ideas, Instagram, TikTok, that sort of stuff, any form of ideas, then I'll put in this one here. I also have my laptop, which I tend to like duplicate stuff on my laptop and my mobile phone as well. But before I should dive into that type of thing and let you guys know a little bit more, let's just go into my journal. So I have this journal from 2020. I think about it last year, so 2022. And I was gonna buy a new journal because that's what I tend to do. I tend to buy new journals for every year. I got this one from TK Maxx, by the way, and it's kind of just some blank pages, which I really do like. So I tend to buy a journal every year, and this year I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy a new journal. I'm gonna continue this journal because we have this much pages left. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna put like 2023 here and then start on the other page, so it's kind of like a new book but not really. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, because otherwise I'm just gonna have a bunch of half empty notebooks, and we're trying to save money in 2023. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. So let's go into my journal. So in this one, the beginning of the year 2022, I did start off by reflecting on my previous year, which I did reflected on 2021, and this is what you can see here. A lot of good, a lot of bad that happened. I literally have maybe like 5 pages of reflection. I'm yet to go in and do like a 2022 reflection. I'm gonna do that later on down in the nighttime. I like to do it either when I first get up in the morning or when I'm or in the night before I go to bed. So I think I'm gonna do that one in the night just to like reflect on the year. But I did do a mini form of reflection, but not as the one that I'd like to do. So some of my goals for 2022, so I did categorize them. This is how I do it. If you guys want to see, you can bullet point this and do this how you want, but I just tend to put it in the journal. Again, you can have this in your note. You can just write this down in maybe like your laptop or something on a Word document. You can put it like that if that's how you prefer. Don't think that because everyone is using like Notion or Trello board or that sort of thing, like you have to go and pressure yourself into using that as well. You can keep it also simply in a notebook if you're a notebook type of gal like myself. So some of the personal one that I have is to tone my body, and that is to just go to the gym and lift weights, and I've been doing that really consistently, which I'm so happy about, and I just wanted to continue to do that in 2023 as well because I've done really well in 2022. Prioritize health and well-being. This is something that I think is like a continuous thing that I'll continue to do, but I definitely did well in 2022 and I can do better in 2023. I also have here know when to stop and rest, and this is something that I definitely struggle with because I just want to continue and work and do not stop and rest, and it's something that I'm constantly just remind myself like, girl, just stop, rest, and reset and come back again, because otherwise you can literally just get so drained, and you being drained mean that creatively you're not thinking, and it definitely happened to me before. So take it from me, know when to stop and rest, and don't feel guilty about it, because that's another thing as well. You do this and then you feel so guilty for like even taking a nap during the day. Like, it's fine. That's what I'm telling myself as well. Be present, travel more. Definitely something. Be present is definitely something that I'm working on as well. Still working on. I think this is one of the goals that's going to definitely go over to 2023. Whenever you set goals and you realize that you don't achieve them, try not to beat yourself up. Just put it over the other year. Especially if you're still alive. I'm pretty sure you are. You're watching this video. Just bring it over in the other year, and if it does work again, just continue to bring them over. It's okay. Trust me. Also have career goals here. To do more collabs, I definitely collaborate with loads of different brands. I have here to increase my salary in my 9 to 5, which I did. I also found like a new job. That's something that I have here as well. And to hit 1K on YouTube, which I definitely did. And then we have some financial ones here, which I'm not going to go into depth about. Well, I do have like a 2022 vision board in my diary here. Again, this is something that I also create on Canva. I'm going to show you the one that I did for 2023 when I get there, but I also like to have it in here as well, only because I do open the journal. I open this journal every single day, whether it be to write down something, to brain dump, to manifest, to do whatever, write down some gratitudes. I do write it in this journal, so I pretty much open it every single day, so I do get to see it. After I put down each of the goals, because they're so generic, I went in and I break them down. So I went in and I break down like my personal goals, where I said to prioritize my health and well-being. I wrote down some stuff as to how I'm going to do that. So let me just read some of that to you. So underneath prioritize health, I did put down to journal a lot, get regular massages and go to the spa. Definitely didn't do that. Drink more water. Definitely didn't do that. Focus on self-care. I think this is something that I've done in different aspects. In terms of like maybe like skincare, stuff like that. I did do. It's okay to treat yourself to the finer things in life. This is one of the things that I have, because I don't know if it's just you, but anytime I go to buy myself something, I feel so guilty. So I did write this down to like, it's okay to treat yourself. Another thing as well, it's okay to celebrate like the small wins, like do celebrate them. And then underneath tone your body, because you can tell I have them in the bubble here. Tone your body, I put down like go to the gym at least 3 times a week and do lifting. And I did say continue to like lift yourself, build yourself up each week. So each time I do the lifting to increase my weight basically, and then eat a lot of protein. And that's basically what I did for my goals. Once I wrote them down, then I go in and I kind of like say how I'm gonna do that thing. Is I went in and I kind of like write down like my 2022 highs. So I'm just gonna read some of that to you as well. Some of these are: I traveled solo to Italy. I planned and successfully traveled to Rome, Florence, Venice, and Milan. I traveled to New York and met old friends that I haven't seen for like 10 years. I hit over 26k followers on TikTok. This at the time I hit 26k. I think I'm now at like 27. And I worked with some amazing brands. So I worked with like Desenio, and I list some of the brands that I've worked with. I moved into my own place. I also went to my friend's wedding. That's definitely like one of my 2022 highs. And I went on some great dates. And yeah, that's basically some of the highs that I have on my 2023. So always important to just write down your highs. And then I went into like my 2023 goals, which I've wrote down here, and that's where we're gonna start, you know, dive in and show you guys how I basically planned that. So once you wrote down like your goals and expectations for the year, whatever that looks like for you, you can even categorize them into like personal, relationship, career, finance, whatever that looks like for you, how you want to categorize it, whatever you want to focus on this year, then put those categories, write them down. And once you wrote those goals down and you know what they are, we're gonna go into making our vision board, because we want to make it like a more visual thing. What I do is I tend to get my photos based off the goals that I put down from Pinterest. You can just go on the internet and Google some photos as well, but if you just go on Pinterest, you can find everything that you need there. So this is basically where I get all my photos from Pinterest to go onto my vision board. Search for the things that you want. For one of my goals, I definitely want to continue reading more. So I put down like a Kindle because I've bought a Kindle recently just because I want to be reading more and I don't want because of certain situation or certain settings that I'm in kind of stop me from pulling out my book. So I just find that having a Kindle will be so much more beneficial to me. And it was literally like the best investment ever. Where is it? Yeah, so I have it here just to like show you guys. I'm currently reading Does It Hurt by H.D. Carton, and the way I've been speeding through this book because of this Kindle is just unreal. So that's one of my goals, to just continue reading. So you find a photo and you save it, and you do all of that for all the for everything that you want to find photo for, whether that's a photo of you drinking more water, a girl with a wine celebrating. You can find photos on Pinterest. So gather your photos, and once you've gathered them, we're going to go into Canva, and this is where I create my vision board. So I also created one for my iPhone, which is here, so you can go in and do that as well and create for your iPhone. And I've also created one for my laptop. And once you're finished with this, you can also go in and print this, and also paste it inside of your journal if you want it to be more of a visual thing. So I just have my vision board here. I have like some quotes and I make it cute to how I want it. So I also insert pictures of myself as well. So not because it's a vision board, you also need to incorporate yourself in it. If there's something that you're doing and you want to continue to do, just be sure to just incorporate yourself into that. So for example, on a photo over here, when I went to Carnival and I was doing this interview thing, I really enjoyed doing that. So I wouldn't mind getting more invited to more events and doing more of this type of thing as well, which is really good. I also have here me doing like a hair modeling thing. Definitely something I would love to do more of this year. Also have my Kindle here. I have like a YouTube plaque. This is more represent like growth on YouTube, but if I get like a plaque, like you just never know what might happen. Think big, aim high, have big goals, then it's fine. You never know what might happen, but if I do get my actual YouTube goal, then that is amazing too. And then I have more traveling here. Of course, I have a little man. And I have this that represents self-care, eating more fruits and veg. I put that here, which is more like for general eating healthy. And I have me in the gym. This was a really nice weight on me, so that's why I put that picture there. And I said, if you're tired, do it tired, because it's a thing where I tend to say, oh, I'm so tired, I'm not going to the gym. And I have more traveling here as well, and just things that I want to achieve. You have like more money there, again, YouTube, like my vlogging and all that type of stuff I've put there. And I just put like quotes to keep me motivated, like, sis, you're about to enter the best chapter of your life, a new era of me. So make it how you want to make it to you, make it true to you. And I think when you do that and you make it how you want to make it, the whole process is just a little bit more enjoyable. So once you've done like your vision board on Canva, you can go ahead and save it on your laptop, your phone. You can print it and you can go ahead and paste it in your journal. So that's basically how I've done like my vision board and plan my goals for 2022. I'm going to go in and show you a little bit more as to how I stay organized as well. So I'm just going to go into my notes on my laptop because they do sync, and I'm going to show you a little bit more as to how I stay organized within the notes app. This is something that we all have access to. So whether it be like a notes app on your whatever phone that you have, what's the phone called, your Android, or you have it on your Apple, this is something that you can just stay organized from there, and you can get access to your stuff really quickly. So I'm gonna go into my notes app and just show you guys how I keep myself organized within this app here. So basically I have like some things pinned here, and I have like loads of other notes down here as well, but some of which are very personal because I have like IDs and stuff on my notes, and yeah, a lot of personal stuff on there. So I'm gonna just show you guys like the top bit of how I keep things organized up here, and it's basically similar for the other things at the bottom. I do a lot of brain dumps on there as well. Say I'm, for instance, maybe like on the train or something and I want to dump something down, I do have some brain dumps which I will put down here. I do have like affirmations and stuff if I'm feeling like super juicy one day and I just want to, like, you know, write down some good things, then I put that in my notes as well. So here you can see I have like my YouTube content ideas, and in there I basically just bullet point things. And so for my content creation comes as well. In here is basically emails and stuff and brands that I want to reach out to in there. Or if I want to reach out to a brand, I do have like an email template that I can send over to them to reach out to them as well, just by editing it. Here for TikTok is basically like my TikTok content ideas, and it's basically the same. So things that I've already done and things that I am yet to film is in there. I do have like my monthly budget. So basically in this monthly budget, which I'm not gonna open, I locked this file, and you basically have to put a pin code to open this file. Only because there's pretty much all things finances in there. Kind of have like all my expenses that's going out, the date that it's going out, how much is it, and I basically break things like all my spend. So literally everything. If you should ask me, oh, when your internet comes out each month, I'll be able to tell you because everything is in there. Like, I like to know what's happening, what I have, what I don't have, what I need to do. I just like to know, and I like to have easy access to that. So I don't have to like go into like my banking app and search for certain things because it's already in there, type of thing. So yeah, that's basically what's inside of my monthly budget. I do have also budget on my laptop here, which I do Excel spreadsheet. So this one here, things are just a little bit more easier to find. So I can just click and I can find it with access just by going on my phone, you know. I also have like TikTok ideas and my workout. I like to know exactly what I'm doing in terms of like my workout when I go into the gym. So I just keep things organized there as well. So this is basically how I keep myself organized. I know everything might be in different places, but I know where they are and they're easy for me to find. So this is how I tend to do it, which I really do like. One of my favorite though is the notebook, and of course, because I do prefer to write things down rather than typing it. It's just my personal preference, so that really works for me. And I hope you guys did learn something from this video. If you have any tips at all for anyone, then you can please leave them down in the comment section below. If you have any questions for myself, leave them down in the comment section below as well. And always remember to stay true to you, and whatever goals that you've set out for 2023, I pray that you achieve them. I pray that the year is beautiful for you, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will be sure to catch you in the next one. Bye.